Hey there, it's Sherri Johnson, National Real Estate Coach. Are you looking for more leads at zero cost? Think about the conversations you have on a daily basis. Every single day, you are walking around talking to people, and every person you come in contact with is a potential client. It is so exciting to me. I used to get business literally by just asking people where they're from. Where do you live? Right? And they would tell me what city they live in. And then I would say, oh, okay, what neighborhood? And they would name the neighborhood. And then I would say, what street are you on? And then they would sort of think, why are you asking me all this? And then I would say, don't think I'm weird. I sell houses and I ask everybody where they live. And then they would say, oh, I live in this house, right? So when you ask people, where do you live? It's the greatest way to start talking about real estate. I mean, where else, right? In a business, can you just start talking about the thing that we are so passionate about? And what's so great is that you will be talking about their situation. For example, when I say, where do you live? And they tell me a street or they tell me the city. And I say, oh, what neighborhood? And they tell me the name of the neighborhood. And then I say, great, what street are you on? Don't think I'm weird. I sell houses. They tell me the street. And then from there, I say, great, what house is it? And now they tell me which house it is because they know I sell houses. And so as soon as they tell me what house, I say, oh, I love that house. It's the White House. You've got a pool. You're on the cul-de-sac. I know that house. It's a great house. And you've been there probably about maybe 3 years, right? Yeah, I showed the house. It's fabulous. I love it. It's a great house. And they say, yeah, we love it. And then the next thing I say is, do you want to move? Right? I think about moving, or would you move? Right? So now we're talking about real estate. And it's, as soon as I ask that question, where do you live? What house? What street? And I drill in and I dig a little bit deeper, the very next thing they say after I talk about their house and how much I love their street and their house and their neighborhood is they say, who are you with? What company are you with? And that's when you have an opportunity to say who you're with and what you do and how many houses you sell, or that you sell a lot in this area. And would you happen to know anybody? I'm taking new clients. So, 7 out of 10 times people used to say, no, right? No to me. Whether they were going to sell or whether they wanted to buy. And, my trick would be like this. I would say, when people say, oh, are you in real estate? The very first thing I say is, yeah, do you need to buy or sell a house? It's like the most natural thing to say to somebody, right? If they ask you if you're in real estate, the very next thing that should come out of your mouth is, yeah, do you need to buy or sell? And laugh, right? Yeah, do you need to buy or sell a house? I'll help you, right? Now, 7 out of 10 times people would say no to me. 3 out of 10 times, which is about 30%, people would say, yes, I do actually, and I don't have a realtor. So it's a great way to get a conversation started. And let's face it, the more conversations we are having, the more likely we are going to pick up new customers, new buyer leads, new seller leads. And who cares if they're not ready to do something right now? You need business 6, 7, 8, 10, or 12 months from now, don't you? All those people who are not ready right now are really future business for you. Put them on your goldmine pipeline, follow up with them. And, it's such an easy win. I mean, this is like so easy. Having conversations and starting conversations with people. The best thing you can say to somebody, right, is where do you live? Where do you want to live? And when do you want to be there? I can help you, right? This is what I do every day for people is I help them solve their real estate needs. And so if you're thinking about like, well, right now there's no inventory, we have lots of solutions for that. In fact, the first one is to say, I will find you a house. Don't worry about that. So that whole conversation that turns into a potential lead, that turns into someone who says, well, where am I going to go, Sherri? There are no for sale signs. That's actually a layup. This is fabulous, right? What you're going to say next is, actually, this is a lower than normal inventory market, but we've seen this before. And I'll find you a house. Tell me the streets that you want to live on, the neighborhoods you want to be in, and I'll find you a house. I will go find a house for you. And they're like, you're kidding me. And you say, no, this is what I do. So get people started to talk about real estate. Where do you live? Where do you want to be? And when do you want to be there? Someone wants to move, right? The best question you can say to them is, where do you live now? Where do you want to live? And when do you want to be there? Such a great qualifying question. We don't ask it enough. And again, remember that every conversation you start with anybody that you meet out in the world. I mean, I made $18,000 at the car wash by having a conversation with the woman behind me. Okay. She overheard me talking about real estate and it came up. She said, "Oh, are you a realtor?" And I said, "Yeah. Do you need to buy or sell a house?" And I laughed like I always do. And she grabbed my arm and she said, "Yes, yes, I do. We do." I sold their house myself. I sold them a new house. And then the people who bought my listing, I listed their house, right? So that was like 1, 2, 3, 5 sales. 5 sales. Just because I sold my own listing. I sold their house, their house for them. And then I sold the people who I met at the car wash. I sold them a huge house. So you have to think every single person that you come in contact with is a potential customer, whether you're getting a pedicure, whether you're out to dinner, whether you're at the football field, the school event, whether you're at a church event, you're at synagogue, you're at the park, you're in a store, right? Any store, everywhere you go, restaurants, everywhere we go, both live and online. So I want you to take this with you. Let's go maximize the conversations you're having with people. Ask them where they live, what street, what house, right? Get that information. Ask them if they need to buy or sell a house and get them to start talking about real estate. And I promise you that over time, many people will say, "Yeah, we're probably starting. We're going to look, but we may not buy for a year." Okay, that's great. I work at your pace and your speed. I'm not going anywhere, right? Put them on the coal mine pipeline. And I promise you that even those C people who think they're going to wait a year end up turning into A people just like that. So take this with you, put it into action. I'd love to hear your results and let's go make this happen. Okay. Because you can do this. I know you can. I'm Sherri Johnson. You rock. I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.